Good morning, beloveds. I'm having kind of a morning this morning. Um, it feels more like a Monday than a Friday just because, well, I mean the stereotypical Monday. My Mondays actually aren't bad. Um, I get to go to the gym or work out, go to the gym. I did go to the gym on Monday though. I got out and I went for my walk, and the lilies that I were waiting for to open aren't quite open. So I was like, and by the time I get back by there, you know how ephemeral flowers are. But the birds today just had a lot to say. They were very chatty this morning, so it was beautiful. And then when I got back to the house, uh, I'm 98% sure that when I left the house, I'd left the TV on. We tend to watch one of the morning shows, mostly for the weather, and then they do a lot of really interesting feel-good stories. So, and it's background noise for while we're getting ready for work and all of that. Although today's the day that my husband, every other Friday, he leaves for work, so I walk by myself. And so I come back, so I'm pretty sure I left the TV on, and then I walked back in and the TV wasn't on, and I was like, so I did all of the things that I know to do. I checked to make sure that it was plugged in, I unplugged it, I plugged it back in, I plugged it somewhere else just to make sure it was that. Good morning, Susan. And yeah, so I think my TV's dead. And in the process of that, I saw how much dust has built up around that TV. So guess what I'm doing for Memorial Day weekend? Dust removal. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a good thing. It needs to be done. But it also brings into a light that that my husband and I have lived in this house for 15 years now, I think. Which honestly is the longest place I've lived in any one place in my entire life. I'm a military brat. I'm an Air Force brat, and so I moved around a lot. And sometimes, I think we lived in 3 different places in Utah, even though my dad stayed on the same base. When we got to Utah, there wasn't a place for us in base housing. So we lived in a trailer for a while. I mean, I was 4, so I don't actually know how long. I do remember the trailer. Then they moved us into base housing. We lived in base housing for however long that was. And then they bought a house. So I've moved around a bit. And it's just, we've hit that point of stuff needs to be done. And honestly, my oven my stove and oven need to be replaced. My dishwasher needs to be replaced. And we keep saying we're going to do it, and we keep not doing it, and we just keep inching that one more life out. But that TV's done. The TV is done. It's just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. And that, it's okay. I mean, really, honestly, if I don't have a TV for the weekend, it's not a big deal. Although we do have plans to see about getting one. I have a tiny little TV in another room. We can always move it out and do that. It does kind of shoot our plans because we had made jokes about watching Star Wars on Memorial Day all day. And on the little TV, maybe not. So, whatever your plans are, I hope you have some fun. And in my case, I'm going to get something done. And then maybe not. Maybe I'll choose to sleep. You never know. Okay. You can see my co-minister is in fine fettle this morning. Well, it is May 22nd. In God I have put my trust. I will not be afraid of what man can do unto me. And that is Psalms 36:11. It could be 56. Let me see if that's true. Yes, this is Rita. I have 2 orange tabbies that look exactly alike. They're just literally Rita's about twice Gabby's size. And Rita has this obsession with us talking to ourselves. So if we are on the phone, or in this case doing this, she wants to be involved. It stems back from a time that every time I was on the phone I was upset when another one of my cats was having seizures. And since then, it doesn't matter. She's always on the phone with me or my husband for any reason, whether we're happy or what have you. Oh, nope. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. That was Psalm 56:11. Rita, are you going to sit down? All right, so let's see what Ernest has to say. There is a power operating through me, a presence, inspiring, guiding, and sustaining me. Upon this power, I place my reliance. In this presence, I feel myself to be an outlet of the immeasurable good. Because I am in this divine presence, and because it is in me, and because this divine has all power, I know that my thought is made manifest in a perfect demonstration of health, of harmony, and success. I know the creative law of good is infinite and has all power to accomplish. I know its whole desire for me is freedom and joy. Therefore, I declare that this freedom and joy are mine today. This freedom and joy spontaneously express in my experience, and there is nothing in me that can hinder the expression. Because this all good is mine, and because because it constitutes the only presence there is in the universe, I know freedom and joy cannot be separated from me, but remain in my presence, forever manifesting themselves. I know the infinite creative law is always bringing complete satisfaction into my experience. I am conscious that there is an infinite wisdom directing me. Whatever I should know, I will know. Whatever I should do, I will do. Whatever belongs to me must come to me, and because of this infinite intelligence that is mine and that is within me now, I am compelled to recognize my good, to see more, to understand and accept and express more. I really honestly don't think there were any periods in that last paragraph. Nope, there's one. Or two. Okay, and Rita has moved on. I love her. I do. She is 14 pounds of pure love. She loves people. She loves nothing better than being with people. She loves everybody. And she's extremely attracted to strong emotions. If you are upset, for any reason, she is going to come. She is going to want to sit on you. If you are not sitting down, she will paw. She will stretch up and put her paws on you. And she will purr just as loudly as she can. She wants you to be okay. That's one of the reasons why I call her my co-minister. The other reason is she literally went to all of my classes. Okay. Today's very academic. So there's a power operating through me. Cornerstone of our teaching here. There is a power operating through me. A presence that inspires, guides, and sustains me. Using this power, I place my reliance in this presence. So we are placing our reliance on okay. Let me go. I feel myself to be an outlet of immeasurable good. So basically, it's not coming from me, it's coming through me. the power that I'm using is not mine. And because it's not mine, it cannot run out. It is inexhaustible. It is not my power. It is not your power. It is flowing through you. You are a channel for this power. You are an outlet for this power. Okay, so, and he just keeps reiterating, because I am this divine presence, and because it is in me, and because this divine has all of the power, I know that my thought is made manifest in a perfect demonstration of health, harmony, and success. So when we focus on, and I'm going to use the word, the divine pattern, not what we see, not what we think we see, but the divine pattern that we are, then that good manifests easier. Yesterday he mentioned without strain, or maybe it was the day before. But point being, so what we want to do is not focus on the little reality, what we think we see, but the divine pattern that we are. I know that the creative law of good is infinite, has all the power to accomplish. As I said, the power is coming through us, not from us. So it is infinite. There is no end. And it can do anything through us if we are willing. And I know its whole desire for me is freedom and joy. I know right here, its whole desire for me is freedom and joy. So if I am not expressing that freedom and joy, then I am not expressing that divine pattern. I'm getting in my own way. Therefore, I declare that this freedom and joy are mine today. I declare it today, now, right now. It spontaneously expresses in my experience. I mean, hello, the birds were singing this morning. So yeah, I'm a little bummed about my TV being dead, but I also have the best soundtrack if I just open my windows. Of course, it's going to be 92 degrees and sticky and hot. May not want to do that. But I also have an amazing soundtrack with that bird that's sitting in my hallway right now. So, spontaneous joy. All this, because this all good is mine, and because it constitutes the only presence there is in the universe, I know freedom and joy cannot be separated from me. The separation is an illusion. That is us getting in our own way. So what do we do to get out of our own way? First, recognize the divine pattern, and then two, do our spiritual practices so that we can fall into our divine pattern. Dr. Phil always talks about that soft place to fall. That is what spirit can be for us. Now, I'm taking Bible wisdom, and Jesse talked about the Bible, and there's two ways that the Bible can be viewed. And one, it is a library of tools that we can use to learn about ourselves. Or it can be a weapon. So let spirit be that soft place for you to fall. Because that's what spirit is. Spirit is love, and it wants you to be free and happy. All right. So I know that freedom and joy cannot be separated from me, but remain in my presence, forever manifesting themselves. It is our job to recognize when they are manifesting. Okay, so that last paragraph, which I thought didn't have any periods. I know that the creative law is always bringing complete satisfaction into my experience. That some days may be a hard pill to swallow, but the more spiritual practice we have, the more we recognize and play in the divine pattern, it will get easier. I am conscious that there is an infinite wisdom directing me. We talk about that still small voice. We talk about trust. Trusting that Spirit is love, and trusting that Spirit loves us, and trusting that it's going to be okay. Whatever I should know, I will know. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I trust that the words are going to come out, and that I'm going to say what somebody needs to hear. Yesterday, I was definitely talking to myself. Today, absolutely I'm talking to myself, but it's not as pointed of a message for me today. But I trust that the words that come out of my mouth as I talk about this are beneficial to the ears that they fall on. Whenever that happens. It doesn't have to be today. Whatever I should do, I will do. Whatever belongs to me must come to me. As long as I don't get too bound up in the time. Sometimes it happens when it happens, and I'm okay with that. Like I was talking about with the TV. My husband and I have already made plans to go get another one today, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's okay. It'll happen when it's time. I can live for a 3-day weekend without a TV. I think. The house is really quiet though. And that's just a silly flippant example. There are definitely, So, and because of this infinite intelligence, because of this infinite intelligence that is mine and that is within me now, I am compelled to recognize my good, to see more, to understand, and accept and express more. So, if we are willing to accept the divine pattern and to play within the divine pattern, then we are in theory willing to express more, to be more than we have thought we were up to this point. So right now, I'm going to tell you that you are the beloved child of God, and that God is love, and that is the divine plan, the divine pattern, that it is joy, it is freedom, it is love. So I will be back with you tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I did watch the weather. I love the fact that on Facebook, one of my local news channels went live as I'm sitting there, and what she was doing was the weather. So I have a pretty good idea. So if tomorrow morning we wake up and it's really thundery, grumbly, then it will be a quieter afternoon. But if we wake up to a quiet Saturday, it could be a really wet afternoon. So whatever your plans are for the next 3 days, do be aware that the weather could be interesting around Houston, and it's going to be interesting next week because apparently we're caught between two fronts. So, but the clouds should be amazing today. I encourage you to get out, get some direct sunlight on your face for a few minutes, get some fresh air. It's already hot and sticky out there here in Houston, so beware of that. Do something loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself or another, yourself and another, and have a fantastic day. Reverend David will be on sometime with you today, and I will be back tomorrow. Now tomorrow, if it's not raining, is park day, which may mean I may be late because I'm going to go play with the squirrels in the park. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day. Bye, beloveds.